We have a new arrival, don't we? There's 5, which means we've got 11 left to go. Hello and welcome back to the channel. Remember to like and subscribe, hit the bell so that you get a notification of our weekly videos. Today we have a nice sunny day.
Sun's out, buns out!
Because we have a nice sunny day, we are going to be getting the cows in and we're going to worm them and weigh them. Reason we want dry weather like this is so that well, A, we don't get wet when we're doing it, and B, the worm we'll use is spray on the back, so you need dry weather so that it can soak into their skins. First we need to get the gate set up so that we can bring the cows in. We also just need to put the box on charge so that we can measure the cattle weight. Okay, so these two gates here are going to be open, and then the cows will run up. That gate there will be open, and then they'll be straight up. Okay, so we've got those 4 gates undone. Just need to get the forklift to move that gate there, and then there's 2 more up in that shed which we need as well. So. Okay, so the last thing just before we get the cows in is when we first got this, we used it without this rubber. This is something that we did separately, and I'm now just got a couple of washers and bolts, and I'm just bolting it down so that when the cows get on there it doesn't move or anything. So that's the plan now. Hope you could see that, they're all now up in the yard. Took a bit of convincing, they weren't keen on going in, but they're in, so that's the main thing. They were stood just here for ages. Didn't want to record it because I just wanted to get them in mainly. But okay, so they are all in. We have a new arrival, don't we? Hello. So yeah, gonna bring them down the race, and then I'm going to be down here worming them and taking their weight.
Right, so we've got the first few animals in the corral. Dad's just worming them now. So we're going to get the first, or a bunch, into this corral, and then one at a time slide the gate and then bring them down here, and they will stand on this weigh scale here, and then this will record it. Three, 4, 6.
Press record.
3, 3, 8.
Go on, get on.
Okay, so we have now got 1, 2, 3, 4, done 5, which means we've got 11 left to go.
Crush gate, this one's tight.
3, 3, 6.
Go then. Leg on.
Our biggest animal there, last one you just seen, 410 kilos. quite quiet coming around, aren't they?
On you go, girls.
Compared to some that we've had.
Go on you go. Go on.
Okay, so we've got Simi, Angus, Simi. So we have just finished weighing and worming. Just going to take them out down to the field now.
We're a good bunch, to be honest.
Yeah, they're quiet once they're in. It's just getting them in. Okay, so the first bunch are now out in the field, and we're going to take them down to that field over in the distance between the trees. Because it's got better drainage down there, and so they won't make as much of a mess in the field, hopefully.
Yeah, that was quite a good bunch, to be honest. The lightest was a 290, and the heaviest was that Black Angus, which you would have seen, which was 410, which is excellent. They've still got about 7-8 months of growth before we sell them. So we'll get these turned out into the next field, and then we will go across to the other field and grab the first bunch of animals which we bought this year. It's the 3 Herefords and then the other Anguses. So we'll see you when we're getting those.
6.5 hours later.
Right, so we've just got back to the yard and we've set all the gates up for the next bunch of animals to come through, and we've just got on our TrueTest data system for recording all of the animals' weights. It brings up the average and calculates it all for you. So that first bunch, the average was 331.5, which is pretty decent, to be honest. And this is the total weight. So you've got an app which Ryan has connected to his phone, and this is the total weight of all the animals which came through the crush. 4,643 kilos is the total weight. The heaviest was 406, so that was that animal that we said was 410. It was actually 406, and the lightest one was 287. Yeah, so for backup reasons, we write it all down anyway, because you know, just to be on the safe side, we write it all down anyway.
I've got 16 on there, so we've got all of their weights.
Yeah, so we've got all their weights anyway. And yeah, it's a really cool tool to have. I'm sure loads of you watching this video have also used the TrueTest before. I know JM Farming at his farm down in Devon, he uses the TrueTest.
This is the first time that we've actually you recorded it without paper. So
we went to Llama Show in Birmingham in January, and we spoke to the TrueTest rep, and he was telling us how to use it properly, because we've always had it well, for like 2 or 3 years now, but we've never known how to use it properly. Now the only issue we have been seeing today is these cows are obviously yearlings, and they're a little bit smaller than when Dad had his Simmental suckler herd, and obviously our corral is designed for like when he had the big bulls. So a few of the little ones, sort of like the 280 kilo animals, they're sort of being able to turn around in the corral.
It'll be alright once they grow up, when we come to sell them and TB test them.
Yeah. But
at the minute, when we first buy them, they are a bit smaller then.
A bit smaller, because obviously, like I said, the corral was designed for big cows and bulls. It's really weird, because obviously these cows are a bit too small for the corral, but when we got rid of the breeding bulls, they were getting a bit too big to be in there. But yeah, Dad's just bringing them across now from that gateway over there.
Back in this field, I think. Oh, on you go, girls.
Right, so that is the next bunch in. In here we've got our 3 Hereford, which are pedigree, and then the rest are just Aberdeen Angus. Nice little bunch. So we'll get them in down the race, worm them, and then get their weights.
1, 2, 3. I think I did it bigger actually, I don't know. Good girl. On you go.
Nice and quiet in there compared to last time.
Left. And that is job done. All of them wormed and weighed. That bunch was actually a little bit harder because they were too quiet. They were too quiet. They just stood there and wouldn't go onto the weigh scales. These Herefords literally don't move at all. They just stand there looking at you.
Which one was the one? Was it the...
That big 2 on the right.
Sorry? That one. But we'll have to put that, I reckon we'll have to put that down at 3.
50, 400.
Well, let's go 380. Go on, push that right, shut the gate. Let's put them down at 380, that one, as a rough figure. This is one of the biggest ones, so we know what the other ones will weigh, so I'd be happy if supporting at 380.
Right, hello. So all the animals have now been weighed. We've wormed them and we've put them back in their fields. So we have got the figures here from today, and before we end the video we just wanted to go through them with you. The first bunch, we did briefly discuss it and show you the true test average weight of that bunch, but Ryan's just gonna go through all the different weights of the animals and talk to you about the True Test app.
For the second bunch, the Anguses and the Herefords, we averaged 330 across the board, but there was one which was the heaviest, which we didn't weigh because
it was being very stubborn, wasn't it? And
yeah.
by the time we had actually got it into the crush, True Test weigh scales had turned off, so we couldn't weigh the animal, so we did miss one, which is a bit unfortunate.
And I reckon it would have been about 400, 410.
Yeah, so this is what we get on the True Test app. At the top you have the total weight of the session, and then you have an average and the lightest and the heaviest, and it just shows you all your information about the animals. Now obviously we just buy and sell cattle as store cattle or as breeding animals. We don't breed our own animals anymore, but if you did, you could put the ear numbers in and you could record the animal's journey from birth to either sale or when it starts to breed.
Yeah. So the second bunch that you would have seen are the Anguses: 350, 345, 390, 260, 280, 320, 370, 270 and 305. And then the Herefords,
Pedigree Herefords.
pedigree, yeah, 343, 308 and 371. So good average there. There are a couple of smaller ones in there. But
Few under 300 kilos, but you always get the odd one, unfortunately.
yeah. And then the first bunch you would have seen is the Simmies 338, 336, 319 and 356. So all of the Simmies are nice big animals.
Yeah.
And then the Anguses are 346, 292, 300, 287, 337, 407, 341, 298, 335, 362, 346 and 283.
So there's a few smaller animals in there, but overall most of them are reaching the sort of 350 mark.
Yeah.
A few touching 400 already, which is great considering that the first bunch you would have seen, we literally bought them yesterday. I know you would have seen the video of them arriving on the farm before this video, a long time before this video.
Yeah.
But they literally came to the farm yesterday, so the fact some of them are already up at 400 is great, and hopefully they'll grow quite quickly.
Yeah, and some of these Anguses here, about 3 of them which were around the 280, 290, those were a bit cheaper. I think there was a bunch of 3 that were 835,
Yeah.
and the lowest before that were 850.
Yeah.
So it's a big difference in
Yeah.
weight and also price. But
And also when they were in, we also wormed them. You literally have a spray, put one spray on their rump, one spray on their neck, and then that sort of covers them
yeah.
for any worming
and with
problems.
this dry weather, it should soak in quickly.
Yeah, it's been a really nice hot day today, so hopefully it gets into their skin and covers them.
I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, remember to like and subscribe, hit the bell to get a notification of our next video. But until then,
We'll see you later.
goodbye.